For centuries, the traditional path to spiritual enlightenment has been framed around renunciation. The pursuit requires sensory isolation, starving physical desires, and actively separating the mind from the demands of the physical body. Our modern cultural view of sexuality operates on the exact opposite spectrum. We treat human sexuality as a baseline animalistic reflex, a physical tension that requires a discharge, ultimately depleting our energy once the drive is satisfied. These two extremes leave us trapped in a rigid binary. We are conditioned to believe we have to choose, either elevate the mind and abandon the body, or indulge our physical biology and forfeit spiritual growth. Tantric Kriya Yoga rejects that split completely. It views the human nervous system not as a prison, but as a biological engine, a network of circuits designed to process and amplify energy. Reaching a higher state of awareness doesn't require suppressing human nature. It relies on harnessing your most potent biological drive, your sexual energy, and weaponizing it to force an expansion of your own consciousness. Past the physical organs lies the body's hidden energetic infrastructure. The yogic tradition calls this the nadis, 72,000 astral circuits carrying subtle currents throughout the body. This network operates on opposing polarities, an electrical, expansive masculine force, and a magnetic, contractive feminine force. The fuel running through these circuits is prana, the ambient life force that animates physical biology. And the mechanism used to pull prana into the body is the breath. Deep conscious breathwork acts as a physical bridge, allowing your conscious brain to send direct commands to your autonomic nervous system. Practitioners use highly specific mechanics, like the cobra breath, to forcefully flood this internal network with oxygen and subtle energy. When the breath aligns these opposing internal polarities, the body physiology reacts. The nervous system enters a hypersensitized state, creating a highly pressurized internal environment. By deliberately priming the biological engine with breath, you change the function of your anatomy. You turn the physical body from a passive vessel into a pressurized conduit, prepared to channel high-voltage energy. Under standard conditions, sexual arousal discharges immense energy downward and outward. The mechanical intervention is applying bandhas, or energy locks. By clamping down on the root and the chin, you seal the exits, trapping intense sexual pressure entirely inside the nervous system. With the exits blocked, the flow reverses. That highly compressed, raw creative energy, referred to as kundalini, is forcefully pushed upward. The surge travels up the spine, colliding with physical tension and psychological blockages, systematically burning through them. The pressure eventually floods the cavities of the brain and the frontal lobes. This surge activates dormant neural pathways, shifting the practitioner's state of perception from a narrow, individual focus to a broader, intuitive awareness. By mechanically denying the body its normal biological release, Tantra uses physical leverage to redirect energy back into the brain, a process yielding repeatable physical shifts in conscious awareness. This internal biomechanic scales outward in the advanced partnered practice, known as the sacred Maithuna ritual. When two practitioners physically connect and align their breath, the boundary separating their individual egos dissolves. They form a shared energetic circuit. The interaction stops being about physical friction. Instead, that continuous looping of energy pulls both individuals into a synchronized, deep meditation. This creates an intense psychological environment. The sheer volume of energy surging through the shared circuit forces long-hidden fears, unresolved traumas, and restrictive behavioral loops straight to the conscious surface. Because the brain operates in a highly sensitized state, the practitioner activates witness consciousness. This is the distinct ability to observe these surfacing traumas objectively, without emotional reaction, creating the conditions for profound psychological clearing. Spiritual enlightenment in this tradition does not require you to look away from the physical world. It asks you to dive into your biological, passionate nature with total awareness, writing your own physiology back to the cosmic source.